everybody. Hi everyone, it's Jonathan here, talking about my professional wedding and events venue consultancy. Now, venue consultancy is a very important part, I believe, to any venue, whether it be a refresh, whether it's basically a new venue and they want to know, how to move forward and to get an ascendancy in the market. There's really just so many things, to be honest. Now, some of the things that's included within my venue consultancy, which will really bring value to your venue, is dry. We talk about dry hire. So that's basically packages where you just hire your space out, literally. You might want to put in a few little extra things like cutlery, crockery. You might want to throw a couple of rooms in for the bride and groom, that type of thing. But it's generally space only. It's the event space that you're basically selling, where you might just include a couple of banqueting managers on the day, should there be any problems. Now, also, the other thing that it comes up a hell of a lot within my consultancy, is all about increasing revenue. That's what it's all about. Now, increasing revenue, there's so many different ways you can actually do it. Now, the ways you can actually do it are, there's several ways. Now, first of all, to talk about it, is social media. You need to make sure your social media is absolutely up to date. You need to keep sharing into all the groups. You need to keep your presence out there, and your title on your social media need to state exactly what you are. That's important. I often see venues just saying, for example, Abbott's House. Abbott's House could be anything. So you need to say Abbott's House wedding venue. So, and the importance is that you share everything regularly with hashtags, because people will look at hashtags over Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn and Facebook. Very important. There's also things you could do like lead magnets, which is also good. So for example, you put a little email up, and it may be a link to for them to download some white papers about your venue, or something very important about your venue, about an offer. But they need to put their email address in first. So you've basically got a prospect. So they put their email address in, it will come through to you, and they can just download some important information about the venue, maybe some offers, or whatever the case may be. It always works. Other things that really are important in increasing revenue is client service. Now, client service is the most important part of the whole process. You need to make sure your team really is focusing on every single client that comes through. Now, sales and marketing need to resonate on a regular basis. You need to have sales and marketing huddles together where they talk and discuss ideas. Where's the business coming through from? How can this be enhanced? How can that be enhanced? There's just really so much. Maybe another once a week sales meeting where you get sales, marketing, business development, your banqueting team all in one, just to discuss ways forward. That's very important. Now, when it comes to actually marketing, there are many venues now that have adapted the 360 on their website as a 360 view of their venue. Now, this is actually quite interesting, because on the 360 views, you can literally like being there. If you look at Venue Insider, for example, it tells you some of the venues that have actually done it, and it's very clever. It can actually show you the outside of the venue, the grounds. It shows you all the rooms. It shows you potentially marquee areas. It shows the banqueting suite. It shows accommodation. It is amazing, and a 360 view nowadays is worth investing in. Now, the reason it's so worth investing in is because a lot of potential clients who are looking for venues, whether that's for weddings or events, will just sit back in their chair, just nicely and relax, and they'll click onto the venue page. So go onto Google, search, press return, and on the home page will be a 360 of the venue. And it's incredible because it's given them such a good idea of what the venue is all about. Look, they may want to come again for a show round, well, of course, but it's initially they've seen the venue, they love what they see, they love the space. And what makes it sometimes even better, if you've got a 360, is to have a live chat portal next to it. So while people are searching, they can live chat to you as well, and they can actually ask questions while they're online. You know, I know some venues that do it and it's successful. It's very, very, very good, and it's the way forward for most. Look, some people are still stuck in the ways where, you know, that you'll try to attract clients, different ways of marketing, things like, for example, paid ads on Google always works. Paid ads is always good. You know, wedding fairs, exhibitions, always good, always good. It does bring clients in. However, you know, if people are searching online and you aren't ranked high on Google, which you would generally have to pay for Google Ads, you know, and they'll go into your venue and they'll look at it and they'll see the 360, they'll think, wow, it's an absolute wow factor. Nowadays, we're in a technological age where people are going online more. They're going online more and more and more and more and more. You know, and they want to, and they want to see the venues straight in front of them. Now they can sometimes look on a weekend, they can look at 10 venues, you know. And for example, if you're the one venue that has the 360, then you've got a very, very, very good chance of getting the business. You really, really have. That's adding value to the client's experience. They're looking, and it's going to be value. It's the same as a conference centre. You know, a 360 could show the conference centre, could show, you know, when the guests arrive. It could show a little waiting area where they have a coffee. It could show the big room. But it's also important that it also shows dimensions as well. So clients know what they need to work with. They might want to put in a production unit, a production team. They may want to put in video walls. They may have lots of floristry. They may have a large DJ setup. Could be anything. Could be absolutely anything. So, you know, I think that is just so important, such the way forward. Another good way with venues is contra marketing. It's always good, you know, for suppliers to blog about you. This is very, very important. So make a point on your social media to talk about the suppliers. Talk about the suppliers, talk about what they do, talk about the value they can bring. You know, you've got the big wheel, which is a venue, and you've got the spokes in each of the wheel, and you know, going around the wheel. And the spokes are what makes the wheel turn. That's your suppliers. So treat your suppliers very, very, very well. Write about them. You know, let them write into you about an experience they had. Put it on your website. People love to see that. People love to see reviews. It is so important. Now, if you can get video reviews from the clients on the day or from the suppliers, that's even better. Because the video reviews are so authentic and people love to view video. You know, it puts a great taste in the client's mouth. Again, it might work for one, but it might not work for the other. All these ways can actually build your revenue, to be honest with you. You need to really, you know, you need to show your venue in the most positive light on your website. Even if you've had room shots done of your venue, you know, you've had special shots to show how nice it is, what it can actually be. You've had a professional photographer in. You've also, you know, he's gone outside. He's having a look at all your outside spaces. He's taking photos. Get all that up on your website. Everything. Just make the venue. Just promote it in the best possible light that you can actually do. If you do that, then everything will come together. Also, another thing which always works: bring in suppliers for maybe I don't know, every 3 or 4 months. Invite them in for a canapes and cocktail evening, and you know, get a keynote speaker in from the venue. So it might be a general manager or something to talk about the venue, talk about the spaces, talk about how you're developing, and then do some break-off groups. Show people around the accommodation. If there's accommodation, show the people the outside spaces. There's literally so much you can do. At the end of the day, you want people to blog about you. And it's the wedding suppliers that can blog about you favourably and can bring in a business. So, you know, don't discard that. You know, interviews. So important. You know, as I said to you a minute ago, ask the bride and groom their experiences on a camera, if you can, on a video cam. Take a small video cam. Ask them their experiences. Once again, ask the suppliers their experiences. So important. Get as many reviews up as you can on your website. Get reviews up on your social media. Just keep it fresh. You know, you must keep marketing to stay out there. That is the key of it. You know, stay out there, stay original, stay unique, stay exclusive. If you can offer things that the competition doesn't, then it's great. You know, you've got a bride and groom stand the night before in your venue. You know, you've got a landmark nearby. Or I've got some nice restaurants if you haven't got a restaurant on site. Treat them. This is on us. Enjoy it. You know, or a nice candlelit dinner for the bride and groom before, if it's just the bride and groom staying there. Or if you've got a few members of family, look at it. You know, look at treating them. There's so many ways that this can actually work. Another important thing is, which people fall down on, is telephone techniques. Answer your phones. Say, for example, good afternoon. Tree Park venue. Good afternoon, it's James here from the Tree Park venue. How can I help you? Give your name. Give the name of the venue. Introduce yourself. Ask who you're talking to. Tell people what you do. Get them into conversation. You know, people love talking. You know, well, some people do, some people don't. I'll rephrase that. But the majority of people do. It's the biggest day of their lives, and they want to talk to you. The important thing is value. What solution are you going to give to that client? What are you going to offer to that client? And this is what I discuss in my consultancy. I discuss this and so much more. We go into it. I get to ask everybody, you know, to introduce themselves, what their thoughts are, how they think their things can be enhanced. You know, it's a very big thing. You know, that your venue needs to be within the times. Don't look backwards, look forwards. Times have changed, you know. So, I want to say, you know, thank you very much for tuning in. My website is www.thecompletevenueconsultancy.co.uk. My name's Jonathan, and I'll be delighted to discuss your requirements with you. As I say, we discuss it. I'll come onto site. We have some training. It's quite extensive. We talk. I get to know everyone. And you'll come out, you'll feel very refreshed, believe me. So think about it. I say it's worldwide. Thank you.